What's goody fellas, and welcome back to the channel. V19 just came out for NCAA CFB Revamped, which gave us a brand new team, a team that we haven't done yet. I didn't realize they were a one-star school. I also have it on official report that they are actually in the Sun Belt Conference, not the CUSA. We will change that after the first year, but for now, they have to be in the CUSA. As always, we're gonna start out on level 15 like we did in the 5-year rebuilds. Not really sure how long this specific rebuild is gonna go for. We're just gonna try and get to the natty as soon as humanly possible. I just don't want to get fired. I also tried to get Fang's recruiting overhauled, but my brain was not able to figure it out. I got lost on like step 5 of 8, so I nearly got it, but I will try to get it if we do continue some rebuilds. Let's start off nice and simple. See who's interested in the squad. Pretty much gonna get everybody that does want to join the school. Not bad. Dan Adams is a 71 overall gem. We will take that. Now I've jinxed it and nobody else will even come close to 70 overall. Remember fellas, if you guys do want to see more rebuilds or anything really, let me know down in the comment section. Let's aim for about 500 likes on this video. And let me know what you guys would like to see tomorrow. From here on out, I'm not really gonna have a schedule for anything. Just let me know what you'd like to see tomorrow and I'll cook it up for you. This guy's name is Lamar Jackson. I didn't peep that the first time. We're gonna give him a scholarship. Wow, we nearly beat the Terps. They've got a really strong team this year. I am surprised that it was that close. Speaking of which, let's get a look at the roster. We've got Todd Santillo, who's actually in the thumbnail of the video. Running back Simo K, a lot of them are seniors though. That's what I'm noticing straight off the rip. Chris Thornton, the other guy in the thumbnail, he's an 84, but he's also a senior, as well as all 3 of our receivers. JMU is kind of like a glass cannon for this year. We're gonna have to bring in a lot of talent in order just to maintain our overall this year. It is week 3, hopefully Lolock Cheese is on our side. 5-star athlete, beautiful. I'll take the running back, the defensive end. Guy runs a 4.36 at 6'3". He's on the board. The only 70+ offensive lineman. I'm not going to complain about it though. We have to start from the ground up. Kelvin Hendricks looks like a bit of a goon. He's a quarterback as well. Another quarterback athlete. How many quarterback athletes are we going to get? Calvin Robinson is somebody going straight to the top. So our updated board has Kelvin Hendricks right at the top, as well as the defensive end. You know, positions that we need almost. Zach Powell looks like a fantastic cornerback. 80-man coverage, 84 zone. That's a no-brainer. He can catch the ball if he needs to as well. And then I just kind of went into offensive lineman James Bostic, John Pitts, and also picking up Nate West for 300 points. Hopefully that's enough. We'll have to come back in a couple of weeks, but we are still going after the main guys that we started with as well. Daniel Davis is the only player here getting any kind of attention. He's getting 600 because it is kind of, I do want a fullback for the team, so this will help out a lot. It seems against the harder teams, we barely lose. Not really a lot we can do here. Thinking about just going into the offensive line again, because that'll be good. Come a couple years, we'll have a good, strong starting 5. The only person I'm having a bit of trouble with here is Kelvin Hendricks. We're only dropping by 85. We're only behind by 680. He's visiting them in week 14. So I wonder if we can do the shifties here. We can schedule a visit for week 15. That is exactly what we're going to do. Nobody even bothered going after Calvin Robinson. I don't know how. He's an 80 overall defensive end. We'll have to keep an eye on Kelvin because Florida looks like they might steal him here. We just need to stay in this battle for a little bit longer. Because this is our quarterback of the future right here. If we don't get him now, then we don't really have a quarterback. Oh my goodness. So this means that our quarterback was taken. However, we got everybody else. There is Lawrence Owen. He is a 4-star quarterback. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. We got to have to go with Lawrence Owen. And yeah, it looks like our quarterback did the dirties. However, everybody else has committed. So they seem excited. We do go 5-7 and they give me the nod of approval saying, I've done a fantastic job. Yep, running back's gone, linebacker, quarterback, like everybody is gone. All right, so I need to secure Lawrence Owen, no doubts about it. If we don't get him now, we won't have a quarterback. I'm putting all 10K into him. Is it overkill? Absolutely. Not bad. We went up to a 2-star prestige. We did start at a 1. We had a top 25 class. Head of Tennessee, Oregon, We did get a 5-star recruit. Alabama got 1, LSU got 6, bro. And they went 6 and 7 that season too. And this will translate well in a couple of years. We just have to buy ourselves time. But now that we're at least a 2-star school after going, what, 4 and 8? Now look forward to our future. Do we have a free safety? Because you might have to go to safety. We do have a safety. We have a lot of strong safeties too. Cornerback is very, very weak. So even though Powell is going to lose some of his overall, I think the best thing that we can do is put him at that cornerback position. So to start off season 2, I went after the 3 best prospects in the country. Mark Rivera is a 2-star JUCO player who turned out to be 80 overall, so naturally I put him on the board. And the last gem I found was Tony Tyree, who was also a gem, which will help us out at linebacker since we are so stretched thin right now. It was a hard decision, but Lawrence Owen did win the quarterback battle over Billy Atkins. I figured since awareness matters so much and they share the same awareness, we would get the freshman in there as soon as possible and let him develop as much as possible. And lucky for us, we got some true freshman wide receivers. Nate West will lead the team at wide receiver 1. We're going to emphasize linebackers this year since we are very stretched thin between a bunch of juniors who aren't necessarily a high overall. And at cornerback, I did put our true freshman Zach Powell as the slot corner. This way, at least he won't transfer and you'll have plenty of time to develop. Last thing to note, I set up the Sun Belt Conference exactly how it is in real life. So all of our conference games are exactly how they should be in real life. We start off the season C+, C, and B-. Not good. This is good. We can take some points off here. So now that we are swimming in points, let's check out some of the blokes that I found. We obviously wanted to go after some O-linemen as well. Thomas Mosley was a junior, but I found him very interesting because he seemed really fast for some reason, which is obvious, 96 XL. We're going to need that at the tackle position. Josh Smith is not bad at all. Rich Wolski seems all right, but I'm actually really happy with that. This is a great group of high 70 overalls for the most part. Zach Fowler and Thomas Mosley definitely need the 700 in the scholarships. I will get Marcus Kidd because defensive end is also a little bit thin right now. Adam Hood wouldn't be too bad. You know what? I think I'm just going to take it with Adam Hood. 78 overall. We kind of need wide receivers regardless, don't we? Nice! Mark Rivera, 80 overall cornerback. We also get Tony Tyree and Aaron Ball. I'm super excited about that cornerback. Oh, we got locked out. Okay, so that's why it wasn't letting us go after Kevin Bentley. That's unfortunate. James Morgan, we're in a little bit of a sweaty here. We're dropping down by the week. Adam Hood looks like he's in the bag. Fantastic. Marcus Kidd is in the bag. Zach Fowler and Thomas Mosley all in the bag. I think we're in a good spot, especially with Josh Smith. Hopefully he has the vertical of the Atlanta Hawks Josh Smith back in the day, if you guys remember that. But Mark Rivera, very exciting. This guy must be a JUCO junior. I'm assuming so because he's such a high overall. All right, nice. Marcus Kidd, Thomas Mosley, both going to join the roster for the next season. We did not win a game there, though. Ooh, that's no good. At Old Dominion, as we know, IRL pulled off an unbelievable upset over Virginia Tech. Is Old Dominion really like that, or is Virginia Tech really just that bad? We already got a kicker, so can I go after the punter? Get us a nice little kicker-punter combo here. All these bigger schools are coming in on me turf, mate. Why are you after me 78 overalls? Go find your own 78 overalls. So long story short, we are better than Virginia Tech. Okay, Dustin Richwolski signs. We picked up 2 quarterbacks. Oh, that's no good. We finished the season 4 and 8. We would have wanted to do a little bit better. I guess for now, we're kind of just stocking talent. However, I don't want to disappoint our fans for yet another year. So next year, whilst our conference is going to get a lot stronger with their teams, we really want to take that next step. He had 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 20 picks. So he really did not have a good freshman campaign. Latrell Palmer, who's unfortunately leaving, picked up 1,100 yards, 5.3 average. Not bad though. Nate West, true freshman season, 722 yards, 3 touchdowns. We didn't really get in the end zone a whole lot according to this. And it looks like our O-line did some great things out there. The only player we are losing is Nick Kidwell. We had quite a bit of sacks. Our defense really must have bailed us out in a lot of those harder games. Devin Coles, who's unfortunately leaving us, had 6 interceptions. We're also losing Josh Surratt. How did our freshman do? I'm guessing he got no interceptions. Zach Powell, overall, 18 tackles. What about our defensive end true freshman? Did he get some numbers? Or Calvin Robinson had 2.5 sacks, 57 tackles, and 17 TFLs. So not bad at all. We will take that. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's a lot of 80 overalls gone. Nice, we steal a recruit from Baylor, and we got one from South Alabama. I mean, the more players, the better, because I can just cut the others. Anything that we can get now that'll even slightly boost our team, I'm looking for. This is going to be a big upgrade in recruiting. We could either, it looks like we're going to steal Greg Barnes regardless. I mean, Penn State might invest a lot of points here, but I think the main man we need right now is definitely Adam Hood. This is a wide receiver, whereas Greg Barnes is yet again another quarterback slash running back. Josh Smith appears to be a decent cornerback. You know what? I think I might go 3,000 into Josh Smith and put the other 10,000 into Adam Hood. Nice, we got all 3 of them. And we did get another top 25 class. Guessing we might have been at the latter half, so again, like 20th. 16th, not bad. We actually dropped out to a 1-star prestige, so that was short-lived. If we do dominate though, there's a chance that we could go straight to a 3-star school. Rivera was the cornerback and he's an 80 overall. He's right down the bottom there. We did sign a class of 20 though, so really good. Pretty sure Rich Wolski is a quarterback though. And the last thing I want to check is if we finished in 16th, where is the next Sunbelt team? It was Texas State with the 48th class in the nation. I mean, I guess you got to take what you can get. Is there any other Sunbelt teams that are remotely close to us? So you have to go all the way down to 70th to a 2-10 Georgia State Panthers team just to find the next best class. So the fact that we've been top 20 2 years in a row and our competition doesn't seem to be on the same level tells me that we are probably going to be head and shoulders above everybody else in the Sun Belt. Maybe not this year, but the next year. So I'm actually going to make the decision to put Mark Rivera at free safety. The problem is we don't actually have a decent enough free safety. Mark Rivera does have the height at 6'3", so it's a no-brainer there. We also are going to need a strong safety. Nekai Meredith fits that role perfectly. Our cornerbacks do get significantly weaker, but we have to make sure we don't get burnt over the top. Nekai Meredith actually goes up overall at that safety position. The only preseason All-American we had was Kelly Mitchell, who made the All-Sun Belt second team. After thinking about it, Billy Atkins did get the start at quarterback this year. It was a tough decision, but Joseph Davenport did get the start over Kalen Black. Adam Hood, as a true freshman, is wide receiver number 2. Nate West goes up to an 81 overall, which kind of rounds out our receiving core. Unfortunately for us, whilst being an impact player, Calvin Robinson only went up 3 overall and suffers from an abysmal 43 awareness. And this is the first year that we've started redshirting as well, so a lot of the guys we just signed won't be on the roster for this year. Zach Powell is our best cornerback, followed by Antoine Booth. Tommy Davis will be our 4th string cornerback. He might get some playing time, we'll see. I did go with the same strategy from before. I picked about 8 players that were genuinely interested in joining. James Jackson was the only somewhat decent player at a 71 overall. I went out of my way to find the 5 best low lock offensive linemen I could. The chance that we get any one of these 5 guys is very, very low, but I figured if we can get on them as early as possible, it boosts our chance of picking up one of them. Very big leaps in season 3, B minuses across the board. Very proud of the boys. We're a very balanced squad now opposed to before. I don't think this year will be very good. I think at best we're maybe looking at a 6-6 record, again at best. Hopefully the team proves me wrong. So right now we're specifically looking for tight ends and linebackers. That is our biggest issue right now. I just saw a 14%, did I? Oh, 17%, 4-star Dan Smith. We have to take advantage of that. Outside linebacker, doesn't appear to be a lot. We will get JUCO Junior Steve Dorsey though, solid bloke. The middle linebacker, there's not a whole lot. So unfortunately, the odds not in our favor. Maybe we can find a gem somewhere here though. Andre Blount, that'll be a massive pickup for us if we can get him. We need a solid safety there. That'll be there all 4 years, and that's our guy. And while we're at it, why don't we get Kevin Ford? Seems like a very reliable kicker. So priorities, Andre Blount for sure. Cornerback, I need it. And I think with the remaining points for now, it's gonna have to go into Steve Dorsey. We do get points back next week. We will come back in and we'll add him to the board. Wow, he has a full schedule of visits. Oh, dude, so we can't even... I think I'm going to stay on him for now. When's the earliest visit? Week 9. So we'll have to come back in week 9, week 10 and try and get him on the board. Steve Dorsey going to get the full 700 treatment, and we have to go into Ryan Blanks. This is Davenport's junior season, so he's only got this year and next year. If we redshirt Ryan Blanks, that'll give us a head start on that running back position for the foreseeable future. So we go on from 3-0 to lose our next 4 games back to back. Seems like the Sun Belt really took a step up. A lot of those games were close. Steve Dorsey appears to be in the bag, Ryan Blanks in the bag, Fenton in the bag, Andre Blount in the bag too. We also get Jimmy Sykes, 5-star athlete. This is really the Deion Sanders effect right now. I don't know what's going on. We do need a free safety, so Kelvin Harmon. Seems like there's a lot of players that are ready to come in. This Georgia Southern game is going to be massive. All of our big recruits are coming in against Georgia Southern. Can we just please win that game? It's gonna be a loss. There goes Sam Fenton. That is the only player we're going to get. Finals for the Mackey though. We do go 5-7. We unfortunately fall short of that 500 record. The weird part is we started so strong this season too. 3-0. Oh, this is weird. After reviewing your contract and the goals we set out at the start, we feel you've done enough to get another contract. Okay, so it is do or die right now. We are safe, but we are still not at that 500 record yet. In 3 whole years. We do have a lot of graduations. At least this time around, it's not a whole bunch of 80s. Lead for the kicker, that's great. We're not probably gonna get Kelvin Harmon. I kind of want to lock in Ryan Blanks here. Again, seems a little bit overkill going 14,995, but Miami might go all in as well. Nice, Ryan Blanks does commit. We do not get the other guys though. So we have the 38th class. We do not go to a 2-star prestige. That's because of our conference record. A lot of different teams starting to make their way towards the top. Alabama finishes 35th. They do not get a singular 5-star. Behind us was Georgia State and Troy at 70th and 71st. So let it be known now, Billy Atkins is head and shoulders above Lawrence Owen in every single major stat, especially awareness. Jimmy Sykes will be redshirted this year. Lawrence Owen takes over next year, and Sykes takes over after that. Ryan Blanks will also get redshirted to let Black and Davenport finish out their senior seasons. Steve Dorsey was a massive pickup for us. Without him, our linebacking core is complete trash. Quarterback for the first time in the rebuild seems somewhat decent. All of these guys will go above 80 overall after training results. Mark Rivera enters his senior season, and Blount will take over as a true freshman strong safety. All right, we got our first 90 overall in the rebuild, and his name is Billy Atkins. Without a doubt, this bloke is getting the start. Davenport and Black should be a nice little 1-2 punch for us. At least we do have a good receiver in Nate West. Owen will not get redshirted, but he's up to an 84, so he should maybe be around that 89-90 mark when he does take over. The O-line is good. The problem is that a lot of them are starting to become seniors. For the last 3 years, this is what it's looked like right here. Just 80 overalls, that's it. This is the first time we're going down almost halfway down the roster. 80 overall starts here, and it just goes up 82, 83, 84, 86, all the way up to our first 90. So one thing to note, Mark Rivera, despite being a senior, will get redshirted this year. We're going to let Kai Holmes take over, and that is because he is also a senior. I don't trust Bowman down here to really be that true free safety 1. So at least next year, we're going to have a 90+ overall free safety in said Mark Rivera. Surprisingly, Zach Powell makes the preseason All-American for the second team All-Sun Belt, as well as our right guard. So for the first time, we have 2 players in the All Sun Belt second team. And finally, James Madison is no joke. B overall, B+ offense, B- defense. Our running backs are ridiculous. We did redshirt Blanks. Rich Wolski, who's a freshman redshirt, is an 82. So even our third string can get it done out there. So right now, our board is looking pretty pathetic to say the least. Low log cheese has to be massive. There's a lot of positions that we can go after here. In fact, Buckley, 17% lock. I might throw him back on the board. I just got rid of him, but there is a chance. For the first time, wide receiver is fine, but tight end, I will gladly take that. Linebacker, I will gladly take that. Even defensive tackle. Ooh, 630 squat on Daniel Lawrence. We're picking him up. Okay, so that Bob Booth down there at outside linebacker is a must get. Brent Nash, unfortunately, is not. I do need to get some linemen too. John Ray turns out nice. Yes, this class, oh my. And Anthony Campbell is a 79 overall. He's getting a scholarship. Well, everybody's getting a scholarship. And whilst this isn't the craziest class that we've had, again, if we can sign all of these guys right here, we can completely eliminate the weaknesses on this team. All right, I don't want to jinx it, but we are undefeated right now. And this is a home game as well against Troy. I wonder if that James Madison hometown crowd is going to be enough here. 22 ranked Troy. It's gonna be another loss. We're just not on their level right at this second. Doesn't appear to be anything in low lock. I mean, I guess I will pick up Patrick Carter. 4-star, he's just gonna go to waste anyway. Doesn't look like anybody's gonna get him, so we might as well snipe him and kind of keep him as like a backup. Every year really is Old Dominion. Holy cringe. Okay, there goes Bob Booth. Thank goodness. We also got some quality O linemen there too. And we have a 5-2 record. So very, very good. This is where we can go after Patrick Carter. Let's see if he's any good. 76 overall. Not actually that bad. We will take Blount. I mean, you never know. He could transition to a cornerback. At least we get the Saban factor on level 1. I'm not going to start using it until we get to level 3. The chance that we get it is so little. Nothing else I can really do. We're just going to have to hope and pray that we get majority of these guys. Looks like we will, including the 79 overall tight end, Anthony Campbell. So that's awesome. We did get a lot of offensive linemen. Bob Booth already. Oh, dude, it's a nice little class here. FAU is ranked 3? Bro, we have to check them out and see what they got going on. And they are barely better than us. This is our home game. Hold on a second. They barely edge us out. It is a rivalry game too. Could you imagine if we upset ranked 3 FAU? Does anybody object of us upsetting them? No? Oh man, we lose by 10? Oh, we didn't get a ball game. It made it out like we did have one just then before. The Sunbelt is so hard, especially with the updated Sunbelt. Coastal Carolina is already starting at a near 90 overall. We are gonna lose Zach Horton, our tight end. We also lose Billy Atkins. So this season he had 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Really, really good. We will get a look at the whole team here too. It's something that just slips my mind sometimes, you know? That running back, Kalen Black, his last season, he went for over 1,100. Davenport is gonna take over next year. Both of them were a bit of a two-headed monster. Atkins also getting some yards on the ground. On the receiving end, Nate West, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. Horton is leaving. We got a backup for him. Adam Wood is only a sophomore, putting up these kind of numbers, but Nate West, without a doubt, was our main target. He's going to stick around for another year. Offensive line actually did really, really well. Proud of those boys. Now, this is going to be a tough choice. Actually, no, it's not. All in on Anthony Campbell. So we did get the top class in conference, which is, at the end of the day, all that really matters. But how many times are we going to get the top class in conference before we actually become the best team in the conference? No 5-stars this year. Our best was a 4-star. 54th in the nation. Western Kentucky was right behind us. What's funny is we pretty much have the same overall. They have one more offense than us, and they went 12-2 and finished the season ranked. So my question to you guys, is James Madison cursed? So now we have 490 overalls. Wow. One of them is a receiver, one of them is a running back, and the other is Calvin Robinson, and Rivera's a 92. Our backup, Rich Wolski, who's only a sophomore, keep in mind, is at 88 overall. Zach Powell's an 86. So Sykes is going to take over. He will be a sophomore when he takes over and should be around the same overall as Lawrence Owen is now. This might be the Jimmy Sykes era. I think we go to a natty with Jimmy Sykes. But yes, I think we have officially entered the final part of this rebuild, the Jimmy Sykes era. Okay, so after redshirting, now getting a look at our team, there's nothing in particular we need. We kind of need a little bit of everything, you know? So this year, we're kind of gonna have to go balls to the wall and just sign as much talent as humanly possible. See, like I'm even looking at this and none of these players are really gonna be able to make that impact that we want. These are the players that are, of course, wanting to come to James Madison. I think we just have to go all out this year. This is balls to the wall. No time for jarking around. No jarking anyone's charm this year, mate. So 20 of the best players we could possibly go after. I mean, majority of these guys are going to be high 70s. Dan Moss is actually an 82. which is really cool to see. Yep, there is absolutely no bust here at all. The lowest we have is a 72, and that is that bloke right there, Maurice Wallace. Not bad, B+, B+, and B+. And we actually outshine him on offense. We're a 90 overall. A little bit of a shame that our schedule remains so difficult. Where are the best bonuses though? If you are over 100 bonus, I will gladly put you on the board. 250 for Josh Leonard. So we're almost indirectly benefiting from being in the Sunbelt. Since so many Sunbelt teams are all of a sudden becoming good teams, you know, making it to the top 25, etc. Our prestige, our conference prestige would have went up quite a bit, which is why we're seeing such nice bonuses on a lot of these players. We said we needed the big dogs this season, and it looks like we are doing our part. It's a shame because this is the #1 guy in the nation, and he's not interested. He's only 13%, nobody's gonna get him. We could get him, but he's not interested. I will take a defensive end. I will take the 34th ranked wide receiver. Yeah, we need to go crazy this year. David Thompson, another defensive end. There's a lot of defensive ends this year, which is really good for us. A lot of solid O-linemen too. So we are right up there for majority of the players. So good to see. Yes, sir. This class is more than likely, if we can manage to pull this off somehow, this is more than likely going to be our best class. And it might have been a blessing in disguise. Whilst we've been gradually getting better, schools like Old Dominion completely fell off. So they must have started really strong, but now they're down to a 75. Hopefully that's the same for the rest of the Sunbelt too. Level 2 on the Saban factor. And we beat the crap out of Georgia Southern. Let's go. Dan Moss committed as well as James Smith. So we will make our first bowl game, and it is against the Utah Utes. This doesn't really seem fair. They seem a little considerably better than us now that I look at it. The most important thing right now is that we just finished the Saban factor. We have a 20% chance of an insta-commit. 9-4, we beat Utah. So I would be shocked if we did not go up to a 3-star prestige. And we got a brand new DC. That is going to help out immensely. This must be a head coach, Jim Leonhard. So James Andrew Leonhard is an American football coach and former player. He is the defensive coordinator for the Badgers. Unfortunately, there goes Calvin Robinson and Mark Rivera, as well as Nate West, Joseph Davenport, and Zach Powell. So Lawrence Owen had 34 touchdowns, 7 picks, 3,000 yards. He played very, very well. Davenport had 930. Rich Wolski, who's now taken over, had 538, 7 touchdowns. We have a very bright future with him. Nate West finishes with 1,100 yards. Anthony Campbell, true freshman tight end, had near 700 yards. Oh man, our team is stacked, bro. Josh Leonard, we have the lead on him. I'm gonna put 5,000, kind of secure that bag. I think the strategy worked. It just didn't work as well as we wanted it to. We don't have a free safety for the future though, so I think these points have to go into Lee Johnson. It was Lee Johnson. We also get Josh Leonard, Tyrone Alford, and we got some shitters down here too. That was a top 10 class. Wow, we got 6 5-stars. What the hell? And we're up to a 3-star prestige. So we tied Georgia. And next was the Rajan Karjans at 65. So Josh Leonard is an 81 overall receiver. I think we have to put him there. Not bad, 490 plus overalls. And we have a lot of high 80s to follow that up. Where is Sykes? Sykes goes up to an 88 as a sophomore, bro. So we're probably going to see him at around the 99 mark. Rich Wolski will probably be a 99 around that mark. The team is finally starting to come together. And I genuinely feel by the time that Sykes is a senior, that is when we push for that national championship. That's pretty cool. We have the Blount brothers at strong safety. So now that we're a 3-star, okay, we're genuinely getting some nice talent here. We are first on all of these guys' boards. Wow. And then just like before, we're gonna fill the rest of the board with the best talent available. So we did take a bit of a blow that last season. Our defense drops down to 87. We managed to maintain though. From here on out, we go only up. Bostic made it to the All Sunbelt first team, as well as Joe Anderson, our senior defensive tackle. And don't forget Andre Blount, and that's just the first team. On the second team, we have Adam Hood, Anthony Campbell, who's now a sophomore, had an amazing freshman campaign. And that is it, our returner, Ryan Blanks as well. Okay, question is, how lucky are we gonna get on instant commits? We have 9 chances here. Gerald gonna commit? We don't get him. We get Jasper Hearn. We don't get Robbie Clark. What else? 20% chance. We get 3 with Chris Landrum. We get 4 with Matt Freeman. And we get 4. I'm starting to think that the Sun Belt fell off because we are undefeated heading to the mid-season mark here. Wow, no way, we're ranked 6, bro, how? All right, so from the looks of things, we have the lead on a couple of players here. Not a lot, a couple. Let's start from the top. I'm gonna take the points off Todd Brown for now. Don't have the lead on Rashawn Allen, that's not good. We do on Travis McDaniel. No insta-commit. What about Darnell Jones? No insta-commit. And that's it. I thought we had more than that, but it was only the 2 players. Oh, you're kidding me, mate. And we get pumped by App State. They weren't even good. So we do get Bobby Young. That's okay, I guess. We're 11-2. FAU, still a really strong opponent. I was gonna say we could do a 12 team, but I don't think my software is gonna allow me. I think the max that I can actually do is an 8-team playoff. Nice, our first season with 10 wins. Ooh, okay, first time in the conference championship, and Troy, they fell off. They fell off bad. They're only a 79 overall. So we should get a dub in the conference championship right here. We do, we blew them out. We take on rank 4 Louisville. We have Louisville, and I think these guys are probably gonna blow us out. We're actually better than them. We lost. Nice, look at that. There goes Adam Hood. There goes a lot of the team, but still, I think we can bounce back and come back even stronger. So that is the 16th best class in the nation. We're up to a 4-star prestige now. Go us. Rich Wolski is up to a 98. Jimmy Sykes up to a 97 as a junior. Blount is getting redshirted, so he'll be a 99. It's unfortunate that so many of our seniors are right here. Blanks will be our starting running back. Fenton is going to get redshirted, so he'll be around a 97 tight end. Campbell, we don't even have to redshirt. It's literally just the seniors. If you're a senior this year and you haven't been redshirted before, you will be getting redshirted. Humble beginnings though, from where we started to where we are now, this team is looking nice. So we start off this season ranked 15th for the first time ever. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way straight up. So our seniors, wow, there's a lot of senior redshirts, my goodness. Only 3 seniors. Fenton and Blount are must though. So man, we are losing a lot of players. This might even be the season, honestly, to just go for it all. Just to clarify, not going to show a lot from this season. As you can see, we actually have some decent talent because we are a 4-star school now. Going to fly through this season. I'll update you in the off season. Just an update for this season. We are 93 overall with a 99 offense and a 90 defense. Okay, so there might not be a need for another season. We are 9 games in. It seems like the Sun Belt has fell off. We might just go straight to the natty, boys. Yes, okay. James Madison takes what, 7 years? But we make it to a national championship. We didn't even need to get Sykes to his senior season. In fact, most of our players are redshirted, mate. Jimmy Sykes wins the Heisman, yes! After we win the Heisman right here, just for the fun of it, I'll go ahead and I'll simulate the next season as well. Do I have him over the top? I think I do. That's a dot to Josh Smith. Let's get it. Parsley that up. Look at that. That's Campbell, the tight end, down the sideline. That's a big boy play. Got him again. Huh, that's Smith. He just keeps burning that same guy over and over again. Didn't do anything here. 1st and 10. We're going to score again. We're starting to run away with this game. Oh, I didn't even, the pocket was collapsing. I didn't even notice that Moss was gone. Dan Moss. I simulated so much because I want the stats at the very end to be organic, but look at that right there. We just broke Cole Johnson's record and we win. James Madison has done it. It took so freaking long, but they got it. The play of the game is, of course, going to be that massive pass. Sykes finished the nation 2nd in passing yards with 3,900, 37 touchdowns, and 8 picks. On the rushing end, we had 2 running backs over 1,000 yards. That's just incredible. Receiving end, Josh Smith, who will be leaving us, had 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns. Moss, as a sophomore, was 600. Campbell with 628. And defensively, there was a lot to do on the defense. A lot of sacks, a lot of TFLs, and again, a lot of interceptions. Progression is a beautiful thing. So Josh Smith, Marcus Kidd, and Rich Wolski all are projected in the first round. Greg Barnes projected in the second round. We have 299s on the team, being Jimmy Sykes and Blount, and as you can see, the rest of the team looks amazing. We did lose a lot of talent, but let's see if we can go back to back. So the year after winning the Natty is when we truly peaked at a 99 overall, 99 offense, 97 defense. So James Madison again would go 12-0. Win the Sun Belt Championship for a second year back-to-back. Jimmy Sykes wins the Heisman in back-to-back years and would dominate Michigan to win back-to-back national championships before falling off. Sykes broke about every single record known to the school, and to end out, Sykes had 4,300 yards, 52 touchdowns, and just 3 picks. On the running end, Maurice Wallace with 1,100 yards, Blanks with 1,000. So the backup actually one-upped Blanks. I don't know why they said it like that. Blanks should have been the starter. On the receiving end, Dan Moss as a junior had 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 receivers over 10 touchdowns. And defensively, it was TFLs galore. 24 to Carter, 21 to Sutton. We had 7.5 sacks to Sutton. Bobby All had 6.5. Brandon Carter was 6.5. Leading in interceptions was Andre Blount with 3. Fellas, if you made it this far into the video, then you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day's awesome. And from me personally, I'm out. Peace.
Sometimes I wonder, can I breathe right underwater? Sometimes I wonder, can I speak in outer space? Sometimes I wonder, can I call upon the thunder? Sometimes I wonder, can I make the earth shake? I'm celestial.